Hey, it's Snorgle. Welcome to the live stream. Hello, Danny. How are you? So I was gonna record a video last night, a Minecraft video. I try to record videos. See a little peek on the inside. I try to record videos a little bit ahead of time, like a week or two ahead of time, like the daily videos, because it allows me to do that and not get burnt out. It has allowed me to upload videos for 5 years plus. But I can't do that with Minecraft because I want them to sync in line with when I do the live stream. So I was going to record a video last night. Like, I'll just do a live stream. That'll be fun. Oh, that's right. You're going to London in a couple hours. I'm so jealous. That is so cool. Take lots of pictures. It's supposed to be amazing this time of year. That's very cool. That's really exciting. I'm very excited for you. Hi, Swag. How you doing? For this rare middle of the day for me live stream, we're going to be doing some exploring Minecraft today. I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing absolutely great. First day of 2.5 weeks off. I'm very excited about it. I honestly couldn't be better, except there's a possum outside my bedroom window that's making a lot of noise at night, and it's really bugging me. So I'm having a guy come later on this afternoon, early evening, to set up a trap to humanely catch it and then rehome it. So that's fun. Let me start up Minecraft. So the peaceful world is in bedrock. The exploring Minecraft world is in bedrock, and the thing that's funny is, wait, that's the wrong one. I chose the wrong one. I chose Java instead of Bedrock. Silly me. Hi, Leaf Girl. How you doing? Welcome to a rare middle of the day for me live stream. I was explaining normally I have a Minecraft video releases, but I want to do a live stream. I've got some time off and I want to do the live stream. We do have possums here, yeah. It's the first time I've seen that, and yeah, it's a little bit odd. So let's go ahead and switch that over, and we'll do some emerald ores are the rarest in Minecraft. Here we go. And if you don't know, I'm on a Nautilus. Look at that. Okay, let's go. Let's see. So we are going. So in this version of Minecraft, in this version that I'm playing, that is in this world, I just move the Z and X up. That's all I do. And I think possums are fine. I just don't want one waking me up in the middle of the night outside of my window. So we're just cruising around. This is the first time I got the Nautilus in the last exploring Minecraft. And I don't think I'm going to keep it all the time, but I really like to look around and see things, and just kind of check out what's happening and where we're going and what the world is, because I have so little experience with Minecraft. If you don't know, I've been playing less than a year, probably 7 months, maybe 8 months, and I just feel like I'm in the wrong direction. Oh crap! You're right. I'm completely going the wrong direction. Oh no, this is horrible. Thank you. That is 100% correct. Thank you very much. Whew. Although I'd like to say that's the very first time that happened. It's not. I guarantee you it's not. Thank you. Chat keeping me honest. I'm enjoying a lovely cup of coffee as I cruise around here and explore Minecraft. I've talked about this before, and I'm so impressed at how they generate the terrain. And I know there's people say, oh, it's just Perlin noise. It's not just Perlin noise. There's a very thoughtfulness about it. I'm not going to stay on this Nautilus forever. This is just a novelty. Just a novelty. I do kind of like, I admit, I like traveling on a Nautilus, though. I think you can't really lie when most of the people on your streams are the same 10 people. That's true. I generally do not lie in general on my channel. And I mean, I know that like Dimian consistently gives me crap for having watched too much YouTube find a solution to a puzzle once that I was working on. But I will say, in fairness to me, my game was bugged out and I couldn't have solved it in a million years. So I appreciate that. But anyway, but if I have to look something up, I always say so in my videos. I don't think I've ever had looking it up in Minecraft on a live stream, but I do like kind of going it out at night and checking it out. It's really cool. I'm a fan of the Nautilus. I got to admit, I kind of like the analog of the boat a little bit better, but as a novelty, this is pretty cool. So, I want to do something with the Nautilus in my petting zoo world, and I have some ideas. I was kind of thinking, wouldn't it be cool to have a series of canals, like in Venice, Italy, and you could take Nautiluses around and see different things. Hi, Barney, how you doing? I'm just cruising this world on my Nautilus, of course, as one does. I'm not going to be on my Nautilus the whole time because that's going to be a little bit boring. But I'm just checking this world out. There's a lovely bamboo forest there. We could go down. The thing, boy, that is not very good visibility. The thing I like about the Nautilus is that you don't have to breathe underwater, and I think that is a game changer for underwater builds. I'm really psyched about that because I have some cool things I want to do. I was kind of thinking, I'll let you in on this. I was kind of thinking, wouldn't it be cool if, the minecart ride we have, I still need to associate more with an animal. I like the way it is, but I think we could make it larger and more interesting if we go down under the ocean in like a fully enclosed glass tunnel. I think that'd be cool, and that would be so much easier to build with the Nautilus. So I'm very excited about that as well. But I like kind of going out at night. I like checking things out here. This is just vanilla Minecraft, of course. The night, I always find the night very interesting because they do this really cool things in dusk, like sunrise and sunset. They change the temperature, the color temperature of the light, and it's really interesting to me because I think it's super effective. And they do the same thing at night. They don't just darken it. The color temperature of the light changes, and it's really cool. I kind of, when I'm traveling, when I'm doing this exploring Minecraft videos, I kind of really get excited about something like this, where there's this vast immense of ocean, because what's waiting for me on the other side of this, right? I don't know. It's the thing that I find, oh, look at that over there. Huh? The thing that I find really cool, what is that? Huh. The thing that I find really cool is that the concept that I'm the first person to see this. I'm the first adventurer to see this. Go away, I'm not pushing T. I've got nobody to chat to. Up, fine. Jeez. Go away. Stupid Minecraft 1.0 is screwing up everything. You tried building an underground base once? Oh yeah, I think yeah. I played around with that a little bit. What's my least favorite game to play on the channel? I could tell you that. There's a game called A Story About My Uncle. I don't want to call out the developers because these are the same developers who did Goat Simulator, and this is their game before Goat Simulator, and it was described as a very, very challenging. I can't spell it for us. I know it's very unintuitive, but the A Story About My Uncle it's a challenging platformer. There's supposed to be a narrative-driven platformer, and it started off okay, not great, but okay. It was a 3D platformer that there were several major problems. It's open world, except it wasn't. It was a seemingly open world, except you had to go a very specific path, and they never let you know what the path was, and it was super confusing. Super confusing. The other one is that the platforming got difficult to the point of just being ridiculous. And so here's an example. And it wasn't because it was challenging to be challenging. It was bad. It was not programmed well, and it was bad. And so things like you needed to do there's these 5 really challenging sort of platforming things you had to do, and you had to string them together. And it could take a half an hour just to do one of them, maybe 45 minutes. I remember one taking me 3 hours, and I looked up and was like, am I an idiot? Because I have halfway decent platforming skills. And I thought, I'm a moron. I must be so stupid. And no, I mean, some people talked about playing this for days, trying to get it done. And the problem was, after each point in the thing, in each different thing you need to do, it was unfun. But they wouldn't checkpoint. Like, so if you got first one and missed the second one, you had to do the first one all over again, and it took just as long. It was so frustrating. Twisted, how's it going? I'm just cruising around on my Nautilus, as one does. I'm not going to cruise around my Nautilus forever, obviously, but somebody was just asking me about what the least favorite game I played. And so that's one of them. That's one of them. Twisted, it's great to see you. And let's see, I think I get up by shift. Yes. Can I wait? Come here. No. Can I get I can't get my saddle back. Well, whatever. Okay, have a good life. What? What are you doing? Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay, there we go. It was bad. The game was bad, and again, I'm super glad that the studio that did the same studio that did Goat Simulator, they found their niche. And I'm really glad, because I wouldn't. There's a couple of the games I can talk about as well that I really didn't like playing on my channel, and I'm not gonna name them because I don't like naming developers. So somebody asked me what my least favorite game on my channel that I played was. I think it was Danny asked me that, and so I mentioned the one that I can think of is A Story About My Uncle, and it's just because it was a platformer, but it was just so hard, and then so you didn't know where you were going, and it became clear about halfway through that it wasn't an open world. They wanted to make it seem like it was an open world, but it was a linear path, and they didn't tell you which way to go, and there were all sorts of different directions you could go, and all of them, almost all of them, led to nothing except the single path, and it was so confusing. I would play. Hi, Emily. How's it going? Welcome. I would, if this was A Story About My Uncle. And again, the same people who did Goat Simulator, so I'm not going to call out independent studios for games I didn't like. I don't agree with that. But I'll do this because they found their niche and they stopped making these type of games. This was the game before they did Goat Simulator. And I'm glad they found their niche because I played a little bit of Goat Simulator. I think it's wildly silly fun. And I'm glad they found something that would work for them because this did not work for them. This was a slog. There's another game that I'm not gonna mention again. I will say this though, it was from an Israeli studio, and I've looked at their second game and I seem to have learned their lesson. I played a couple of games like this, where they, for no reason at all, include some sort of puzzle that's RNG. And so, in this one game, it was like you had to play this board game. So you had to play this board game, and I realized that I played it for it should be 5 minutes, right? It was a really easy puzzle, just a 5-minute board game that you're supposed to play. By the way, Twisted, you've been missed for a while, so I'm really glad to see you here. Puzzle, yeah, it's right. It's up to luck, and the problem was the way that it was RNG. Sometimes it was unwinnable. There's no possible way you could win. And I literally played that thing for 2 hours. Literally 2 hours to try to get it to work. And I looked up on Steam and somebody said, oh gosh, I'm going to kill myself here. What's going on? And somebody said they literally spent days because it was random. It was that's deeply frustrating. That's happened a couple of times. One of the very first games I played, it was a escape the room type of game, and there was this one thing where you were in kind of like a maze, and unwinnable puzzles are stupid. They are. I 100% agree, and it's lazy. It's. I don't mind RNG if it's done right, but it needs to be procedural, like Minecraft. It needs to be random with rules, not just random. But there was this one game that was a maze, and it was. You'd walk along this fenced in area down a path, and you have a choice of left or right, and choose left or right, and then one was right, and one was right. I'm gonna die falling going down here. What is going on? And I was in that stupid maze for 45 minutes. This can't be right. And every time you get it wrong, you get to a certain point and you die and you go back to the beginning. And so I just started marking down. And then I realized it's completely random. I can't even find a solution for this. I just have to spend hours working on this. You don't play bedrock Minecraft? Oh, you have vibrant visuals? I really like vibrant visual. I normally play. So fun fact here. I have only been playing Minecraft about 6 months, and I started off with Bedrock because I did some research like, what should I play first, Java or Bedrock? And everybody I talked to said Bedrock. Turns out that was bad advice. I should have played Java because now my main world's in Java and I love it. But I love vibrant visuals, and I know some people don't like it. Like I think Dimian is some people just want vanilla Minecraft like it is. And I will also say this, before vibrant visuals, the sunset was this pixelized sunset. I legitimately miss that. That's the one thing I miss about vibrant visuals, but the rest of it's fine. When you took my height perception? Wait, what's 24 blocks tall? I'm confused. There's no way. What's 24 blocks tall? Granted, I probably do need to check my height perception, but I'm trying to think some other games that I played that, there was so this is not a game that I necessarily disliked, but this is just an interesting one. I played a game, and I'm sorry, I think it's called My Time at Portia. And it's a farming simulator, in Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley. Except I played it because I thought it was an interesting artifact because this was a game that came out a little bit before Stardew Valley. Oh, really? So I said I would die from that height, and you think it'd only take around 3 hearts. See, I don't know how much damage is done with falling. And so I always assume it's significantly more damage than it probably is. Oh, you're on Xbox? This is PC. I'm on PC. And I bought the like deluxe or whatever from Minecraft.net. And so I got Java and Bedrock. And so I started with Bedrock. I was telling this story. I started with Bedrock, and people told me, "Oh, it doesn't matter. Just play in Bedrock. It's fine." And after I did my initial world in Bedrock, I started Java because a bunch of people said you really should play Java because it's very different. And I thought to myself, how different could it be? As is typical Snorgle hubris. And I really prefer Java. I genuinely prefer Java. But okay, so talking about world generation, look at this. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but I mean, this is a little weird, but everything here is consistent. What is that? Is that a hole? Why is there a hole up there? When you were younger, you thought the sweep attack from Swords, from the OG YouTube creators? Oh yeah, huh? That sweep attack was good because you could only play Bedrock. Oh yeah. Oh no, totally. Like I started. Why is there a hole up here? There's no one else in this world. Wow, that's so weird. Just a missing block, huh? It took me a long time, and I will thank also not Barney for helping me out on how to fight properly in Java, because when I started 1.0, village, I always go to the villages, always when I check here. When I started Minecraft 1.0, so I started the series where I played the very first version of Minecraft that came out, I was super surprised that it was just spamming. Like I so much like the melee combat in hey, how's it going? Oh, little kiddo. In Java, it's so much better. It's harder. It's a lot harder, but it's so much better. Let's see. Okay. Oh, what do we got? Nothing I want. I don't really have a lot of space for stuff because. Okay. Hey, what are you doing? Excuse me. Nothing. Okay. So I think. Oh yeah. So I was talking about my time at Portia. This is not a game that I necessarily disliked, but it was a pre-Stardew Valley clone, right? So like a Harvest Moon clone. And there's a couple things that I found interesting. Oh yeah, that only did one hike. Huh. So one is that Stardew Valley has changed that whole genre so much for the better, much for the better. Kitty, hi Kitty, how you doing? Oh, Kitty, where'd you go? Okay, it's a library. And it was just my time at Portia. It just wasn't fun. Like it wasn't nearly as fun as Stardew, and it was so interesting to me to play that and go, wow, what is this, like library world? What is going on? It was so interesting just to play that game and realize how much Stardew Valley has affected that entire genre. It's really interesting to me. When you went to Bedrock, the looking around was sluggish. Yeah. It's harder to look around for some reason. I agree with that. If it plays on console, it makes it just feel off. Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all. I think it's what are you talking about? How to grab a snap? I was talking about a bunch of stuff. I was talking about some games that I didn't necessarily that I like and that I don't like and like. We're also talking about Bedrock versus Java. One of the things, and this is so stupid, but it's one of the things that I find incredibly irritating. Hey, snow, my least favorite biome. That I find incredibly irritating about Bedrock is when you're swimming and you have to get on shore. In Java, you just keep going forward and you just do a little hop and you jump up on shore. In Bedrock, you can't do that. You have to stop. You have to take your finger off the W key and then press W again and then press jump again. It's incredibly irritating. It's so stupid. I know it's petty, but I hate it so much. Even Tough Starter was inspired by Harvest Moon. Oh, for sure. But the thing is, like, when I played that game, and My Time in Portia has like 11,000 likes on Steam, it just wasn't as good. Stardew has changed the entire perception for me of what a farming sim should be. And I think it's really interesting. I'm an okay fan of, I have leather boots on, okay. I'm an okay fan of, this is by far, by the way, my least favorite biome. Any cold biome is my least favorite biome in Minecraft and in real life. So there's just a bunch of little tiny things and things like that, right? There's some things I look at and say, okay, you don't hold right click to put your shield out is because a lot of people are using controllers, right? Because it's the same, Bedrock for PC is the same source code as Bedrock for PlayStation, Bedrock for Xbox. I get that. I 100% get that. That makes sense to me. Like I 100% get that. I understand. But things like the jumping up on land, that doesn't make any sense to me. That literally doesn't make any sense to me. Concerned Ape saying he's adding new characters. Really? Oh, that's dope. I just thought the My Time in Portia thing was really interesting because I played a couple of videos of it and I was like, it's funny. I've come around a little bit too. I used to play every single game. The first game I didn't play all the way through was a story about my uncle. First thing, even if I wasn't enjoying it, I didn't play it all the way through. I would play it all the way through to finish it. And that will tell you how much I dislike that game. I'd also say this, the only reason I'm naming that game is because the studio found success in Goat Simulator. That's the only reason I'm doing that, because they found their niche and they stuck with it and they're doing wildly successful. And they're the other games I'm not going to name because they're small independent studios and hopefully they learned a lesson. And I like to be positive, but somebody asked, Danny asked, so I will say, there's most games I like one way or another. There was one game called R Mountain, and it was by it's one of those things where it's such a common phrase that it's, can I get down to the ice without killing myself? Wait, Danny says yes. Okay. Remember when people were criticizing Jed for saying that creepers wouldn't have been added today? Yeah, for sure. Because they said chaotic randomness or whatever. But okay, so there's a couple things that are interesting about that because I've been thinking about that, right? And it was, I think that it was, I had a couple conversations with part of the community and some people I know IRL. And so a couple things that are interesting to me. I think we've come a long way. Did I leave oh man, I'm such a dope. I keep leaving my stupid chest everywhere, and then I can't do anything. Not my chest, my you know what I mean. I keep leaving my crafting table like it's so stupid. Okay, let's build something and not just do for the night, but I like to set regular Betty beds. So let's do this. Let's see, we need to put this back. Come here. Put that back. Put this here. So I regularly back up this thing. But I'm a little backed up on chat, so I'm going to get to that in a second. But I want to make sure I get this bed down and get spawn point set. Okay. If you get tundra or desert biomes, you just change to a new world because you're not finding a tree. Yeah, for sure. It's really interesting. In my new world, that's where am I going? Am I going this way? Yes. In my new world, I got a desert biome. I spawned a desert biome and I was like, oh, this is rough because I don't know what I'm going to do. And I went up to the top of this hill and I was like, holy crap, it was right on the edge of the desert biome and there was a plains biome, right? So it's really the best of both worlds. And I built my base And a desert temple, which I think is really cool. I'm actually pretty excited about that. I don't think it's as good as the petting zoo world, but yeah, I know what you mean. There's some worlds that seem unfair to spawn you in initially. So the criticizing. Let's get back to criticizing Jeb a little bit. People on controller don't really have a chance with him. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Is that here's what I think. I was thinking about that. I know a bunch of people said, well, they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't ever. The only thing I think that's the real issue is that they don't make any noise. And literally every single other mob makes noise. Hey, hold it. We always go to these two. We always visit these. They're abandoned, of course, because this is peaceful Minecraft, but you think it might defeat the point of the creepers? They hear a slight sound. That's 100%. That's 100% the point I'm making. Is every other mob makes a sound when they walk. And that's the only thing that's unfair about creepers. It seems, I'm going to say, it seems a little OP. Oh, hold on, let's do this. It seems a little OP to have them one-shot kill you if you're wearing netherite armor. That seems silly to me, right? But the fact they don't make any sound, they can literally sneak up on you, and the only thing you can do is get out your shield or try to run away when you start hearing the hissing of the thing. That's I don't like that. like that seems unfair. Especially, particularly on hardcore, I would say. Let's see, is there anything trapped in here? There is not, okay. Where is the door? It's got to be around here somewhere. Is that it? How do I... Door? All right, well, hold on. I don't need this, so go away. We'll put this down here. We'll just make ourselves a little step. There, okay. Up we go to see what loot we have. Enough time to put it for shield when you hear the hissing? Yeah, oh, there is, for sure. I understand that. There is, but I don't need any of that. But it still seems unfair to me because it's like 2 seconds. And it just seems overpowered to me. Okay, there's a couple of different things, right? Either, oh no, I see these things all the time and I don't like it. I don't know why these stupid pillagers trap these innocent animals or golems. I don't like it. I don't know what they are, but go free, please. I'm sorry that happened to you. The explosion should be different. Oh, I saw that exact same video. I thought that was an interesting idea. That the faster you kill them, the less dangerous they are. But the more you hit them, the bigger the explosion gets. So there's definitely a incentive to crit them. But again, I still feel like you still have a disadvantage on controller because of that. I feel like that's probably the case. And you do have enough time. I just think that I feel like either they make a sound so you can hear them walking up to you, or the explosion isn't as extreme and doesn't one-shot you in netherite armor. Maybe it one-shots you in iron armor. Sure. But if you're in full netherite armor and something one-shots you, that's ridiculous. In my opinion. But I also realize that it's such an iconic mob, it's never going to happen. Any change to the creeper is the only thing. This was, by the way, if we watched the same video, Danny, one of the things they mentioned that I thought was really cool was making biome specific. Am I going to die? No, I'm okay. Making biome specific creepers. I thought that was really cool. I thought that was really neat. Let's see. Let's go. You think explosion should be different? Yeah. It's suggestion that they move you. That strong. Yes. Wait. So I've set a creeper on half a heart. They'll blow up. Yeah. So the idea was that if you get a creeper on half a heart, the explosion is as big as like the energized creeper head thingy. I'm sorry, I don't know the right name for it because I'm a partial noob. The one where like a creeper gets hit with from a lightning bolt and becomes like super energized and it's a massive explosion. That's how big he thought it should be if it's down to half a heart. So there was a real incentive to go ahead and kill them and dispatch them as quickly as possible. It was really interesting. It was really, really interesting. even again, when I talk about the terrain, looking at this, so this is why I say it's not just Perlin noise. When you really start looking at these, and I've been doing this for 5 months, really checking out the terrain, this is all fits together. Like like even that fits together. These all blend together and fit together. That's interesting to me because that's so much of Minecraft is thoughtful, and I think that phenomenally thoughtful in software development, and you just don't see that. Not just in games or in just regular software. You just don't see it, and it's so interesting to me how thoughtful it is. Charge Creeper, yeah, it's. But I mean, I want to talk about this because I talk about this a lot, but I think it's meaningful. I think there's a lot of people who, like, I never played Minecraft when I was younger because I don't like crafting games, and a bunch of my friends did. I just didn't play because I don't like crafting games. And the thing is, I still don't. I love Minecraft. Minecraft is one of my favorite games of all time. If not, it may be a three-way tie, frankly. But I still hate crafting games. Like, I started playing Subnautica, hated it. I liked the creepy horror vibe of it, I hated the crafting. Stopped playing because I absolutely hated the crafting. And that's what's interesting to me is that it's like I've been trying to consume as much Minecraft content as I can because I find it utterly fascinating. And I've been checking out speedrun stuff lately, and I think there's a lot of techniques that could help me. For example, I noticed that Feinberg uses this technique when he's outside and he sees, oh, hello, it's a fox. How you doing, buddy? There's an Enderman. He will dig a 1-block hole, and then he will put up a block 1 high above his head, and then kill him that way. And it's very fast, right? It works very fast. It's really interesting to me. I think it's really fascinating. Have I tried Dying Light? That is crafting, but it's a bit. Oh, I haven't even heard of it. It's more of a looter. I'll have to check that out. I have not. I will check that out. Thank you for the suggestion. Because I've tried a bunch of other crafting games and I just hate it. I just absolutely hate it. It reminds me, I have a friend who's a huge fan of Stephen King, but hates all other horror. Doesn't watch any other horror. And I never understood it until I started playing Minecraft. Like, oh, okay, I get it. Because like you have speedrunners who speedrun the game, and they play it a very specific way, and you have PvPers who just play PvP, and Minecraft is meaningful to them in that way. And you have people who never go to the Ender Dragon, not because they hate dragons, just because they don't care. Wait, purple chickens? Really? Huh. Purple chickens. 80% off on Steam. Oh, I forgot. It's the big winter sale. I totally forgot about that. I have a ton of stuff I want to buy. Thank you so much. That's a great idea. I will check it out. I will definitely check it out. It's yeah, but it's just funny. I've tried other crafting games and I don't care for them. And maybe there's some that I like. But it's the thing. I think there's a lot of people that take Minecraft for granted. And again, because I've been playing this less than a year, haven't been playing this since I was young, and I have friends who take it for granted. Even friends who are software engineers who take it for granted because they've been playing it since they were a kid. And I think that it's oh, hi, what are you doing here? You hiding? I think we can just swim. We don't need a boat for this. I think it's easy to just take for granted how great the game is without even really thinking about how meaningful it is and how thoughtful it is. Because software isn't this meaningful in software. It's just not, like, ever, you know? And it's incredible to me that Minecraft is. It's really amazing to me that Minecraft is. It's so marvelous. And so things like I said, you get PvPers who play at a really high level and love it, and they don't feel like, it's not like they're playing a small niche in part of the game. The game accommodates that. And people who never go to the end, never do anything, just play in creative mode and just build. And there's people who only play in hardcore. And there's people who I mean, it's amazing to me. It's absolutely amazing. By the way, I'll give another hot take. I gave this in the last live stream. If you're on hardcore and you start have like totem and undying, you're not playing on hardcore anymore. I don't care if you get 100 days and 99 of them you have a totem up and dying, you're not playing hardcore. £3? Holy crap. That's really cheap. I've got so many games I want to buy in the winter sale. So many games. I want to start playing maybe a few more popular games, just a little bit. Not all that often, but maybe once a month or something like that. What is that? What is that? It looks man-made. What is that? It's some kind of building. It's a structure. What is that? What is this? There are even people to try their best to break out of bedrock boxes? What is this? I don't understand what this is. Does anybody know what this is? I'm so confused. Well, might as well. You know what? They're usually underwater? Yeah, that's really weird. Huh. You know what? All that talk about me not... Let's see, that's dark oak planks. Do I have dark oak planks? I do. All that talk about me, and I left my other thing. I'm so stupid. I'm such an idiot. So this is the thing that's interesting to me, though, is that I've seen so much weird stuff like that, but I think part of it is because I've traveled. What's going on? What can I? Oh, okay, it's in the water. Okay. Oh, it is in the water. It's in like a foot of water, but not underwater. That's so funny. That's hysterical. That's so funny. Okay, we're going to leave that there. I don't know what this is, though. That's really weird. Yeah, that's odd. So is it just a thing? Like, where am I going? I need to go this way? 1 pound is 430 shekels. I don't know if that's good or not. I'm so bad with foreign exchange rates. But I mean, I've seen so many weird things. I think part of it is because, you know, every 128 blocks, it generates something new. And so I think those things of like, in Java, you can sleep underwater. I think I'm fascinated by the whole Java mechanic of things not taking up a full block. And so you can use it to breathe underwater, like doors and stuff. I think that's really cool. The ocean moons is what that's called. Oh, okay. What does it do? It creates air pockets. Yeah, that's interesting. So wait. So what does an ocean moon do? You can just explore it, or is there like a gribbler down there, a special gribbler or something? I like that blue. I like that like sort of blue cubey light thing. That was cool. I'm so glad to be able to stream during the day and have a little bit of time off to relax at the end of the year. I'm so thankful for that. I was talking about games that I like. The couple of things. It spawns drowns, and you can find sniffer eggs. Okay, so for either for the petting zoo world or my current one in the desert temple, I want to get a sniffer. I want to get a bunch of sniffers, and I'm kind of thinking the petting zoo seems like would be the cool thing to do, you know? I think the petting zoo would definitely be the cool thing to do for the sniffers, because I think sniffers are cool. I know it's partially controversial. Look at all the flowers here. That's amazing. Look at all the flowers. It's really cool. See, and even things like this, it almost looks like fjords, but look how consistent it is. Everything looks like it goes together. I find it absolutely amazing. Let's just go for a little dip. What did I think of calling mobs gribblers? Oh, so, okay. I had a friend from the UK when I was in university, and he used to refer to everything that was any kind of like a rodent or a bug or anything like that that was irritating and kind of gross. He used to call them gribblers, and it must have been in his family because his family did too. Like when his mom would come to visit and stuff, she would too. Horses. And so at some point I started calling things that are sort of like not just all enemies, but things that are like in games that are kind of zombie-like things. I started calling them gribblers. That's where that came from. A little lore. You've not heard of gribblers? No one else I know from the UK has heard the term gribblers. No one. It must have just been his family. Yeah, that's where that came from. My buddy in college. Ooh. Okay, well, Danny says that wouldn't kill me, so I trust Danny. That's right, Danny's going to UK today, London. I'm so jealous. London this time of year is supposed to be amazing. Look, and again, all these flowers everywhere. It's so cool. It's amazing. Mutant sheep. I really like, every once in a while I run into a biome that has like the tall birch trees and they're giant. It's really cool. Trying to go with some more coats and umbrellas. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Interesting. Yeah, I just love experiencing this. I feel like having done this, I've seen, so one of the favorite things I've seen was those gigantic, they're like 4 or 5 times and more intricate the size of a regular ruined nether portal, but they're huge. They're absolutely enormous. Those are one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I talked to some people and they're like, I've been playing for 10 years and I've never seen it. Like, it's really cool. Hello, how you doing? Okay, hold on. I don't want this. I don't want these. I don't want this. Like, okay, let's get over here so we don't pick them up again by accident. And I picked one up again by accident. Hold on. Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay. Yeah, you've seen a few. They are really cool. They're really cool. You know what I haven't seen? I haven't seen a forest temple. Not one. I've seen a bunch of desert temples, but I haven't seen a single forest temple. Hey, John. Welcome, John. How you doing? Oh yeah, your music is dope. You need to keep it up. You didn't think you tried Peaceful? So here's the thing. I did this initially. This world started out as I did it for the 4-year celebration of my YouTube channel, and I went through and reviewed in chronological order every single game that I played on my channel. And I did it in Peaceful because I'm really thinking about it and talking. I decided, and then I noticed that as I just went randomly, I was really enjoying looking at the different biomes, and even like 2 Plains different biomes are so different. And so, and then I kind of realized that I don't have that intimate connection that people who've been playing Minecraft since they were kids, I don't have that because I played other stuff when I was a kid. You know, I generally, I talked about this before. It's funny because what I play on my channel now, but I mean, as a kid, I was mainly first-person shooters. Like I had zero interest in Minecraft at all. And I don't have that really, really intimate connection with it. And I felt like this is a way to sort of help me get that, because it's helping me really experience just being in this world. Jungle temples are insanely rare. Oh, see, I stupidly thought that jungle temples would be like as rare as desert temples. Like, I see desert temples all the time. So it makes sense that they're insanely rare. That 100% makes sense. I've even seen a mansion like in this world. You know, I've seen a lot of really cool stuff. Let's see, I think we can swim across. I think that's fine. Dive. You've never seen a woodland mansion? Yeah, it was on a live stream, and I was traveling, because again, I don't know anything about the game. I'm so hopeless. But somebody was like, on the live stream, there was I don't think it was a regular viewer, but somebody was like, watches too much. YouTube was on that same live stream. So it was like, holy crap, there's a mansion. And I got to explore it at my own leisure. It was really cool. It was really, really cool. A mansion's supposed to be insanely rare? Yeah. Oh, find it by getting a map? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. That's really interesting. I'm just trying to go up here. Just trying to live my Minecraft life. There we go. Okay, good. Yeah, it was so weird just to run across one just like in the wild, you know? I was just traveling my boat along, and somebody in the live stream was like, holy crap, there's a mansion there. And so I at the time, I didn't know what it was. I'm still not exactly sure what it was, but it sounds dangerous. What stopped me from exploring the world was losing your house, because you got a map from. Oh, you can go. Yeah, yep. Well, so this is a completely separate world from this, and I will say this is kind of interesting. I've gone, you know, almost 370,000 blocks. That is crazy to me. Just walking on land, not even through the nether or anything else, just overworld. And my save file is like 800 gigs. It's so huge. Not gigs, 800 megs. It's almost a gig. And I foresee a future where I'm going to have to do this seed again. And teleport me to the last place I left off, because I do know in Bedrock there's some issues with really, really large file sizes corrupting. Like the world gets corrupted. So I have never been to a trial chamber. I mean, I kind of know what it is, but I've never even seen one. I'd go check one out in this world. I wouldn't mind going to my other world. I'm feeling, thanks to Barney, I don't do a lot of PvP, but thanks to Barney's tutorage, I feel much more comfortable around gribblers and things like that. Just in general, you know. Let's see. Oh, good. Ice, my favorite biome. Not. Let's see. Where are we going here? I go. Here we go. Here. Come here. Oh, stupid thing. Come here. Gosh. Okay. Where am I going? This way? This way. Your favorite things to make villager work camps from healed zombies? People treat the villagers so bad. Like, and, you know, and I'll say this, that I think that I think villagers get a bad rap, but I do think that, oh, I should have done an ice boat. You're right. Doggone it. Yeah, this is the more proper way. I do think that I think that villagers get a little bit of a bad rap, but one of the things that cracked me up the most is when they initially released villagers. When Mojang did, I went through and looked at a bunch of the release notes, and villagers were literally reskinned pigs. The AI, the procedural rules were the exact same as pigs. That just absolutely cracks me up. I think that's so funny. I think that's genuinely hysterical. $500,000. I know, right? I know. But I'm getting there. I'm closing in. So they're like creepers? Kind of, yeah, kind of. I mean, they've changed the AI now so that it's not that way. The rules are not that way, and the villages are their own things. But when they were first released, they had the pig intelligence, which is so funny. I just think that's so funny. Like, I'd love to know whose idea that was. Get out of here. That just cracks me up. Oh, these things can give you a stick. The rules on the 3 and I know. Hey, look. Speaking of. Be a little careful. What do we got? I mean, I'll take obsidian because why not? Where's my... Yeah. I'm not sure I need it, but... Oh, boy, let's not jump in the lava. I have a history of dying to lava. We'll keep going. Pigs are clever. Pigs in real life are phenomenally intelligent. Like incredibly intelligent. They're very smart. I'm sure I've told this story before, but I'm not gonna tell it again. I was gonna tell my pig story, my pig maze story, but I won't. I won't bore people who've heard it before. Doesn't Begvad have a weird Farlands variation? I don't know. Probably wouldn't surprise me. Not clever enough to be eaten. Well, here's the thing, though. The ones that are clever enough not to be eaten, we probably don't know about. You know? It's self-selecting. Okay, hold on. Can I jump? Okay, now. Ice boat. Let's see if I can do this without killing myself. Oh, yeah, look at that speed. Very cool. Oh! Oh, gosh. This is going to break. Think it'd be cool to get obsidian from maroon portals. Walk the nether for a couple thousand blocks. I've checked out the nether a little bit, and I may do that. I may actually do that. I have so little experience with the nether, but I may do that. Because it would not be bad. It would not be bad. You're right about that. If we would need peace, there would be any. I think that's probably the case with cows too, right? I mean, I read somewhere that the wild animal that domesticated cows would come from, like, has been extinct from somewhere in Eastern Europe for like since the 1500s or something, even earlier than that. Like it's really interesting to me. I get 20, so I get to go. I have got what do I have? I got 54 obsidian. I might even have more than that. Do I have more than that? I'm living this bundle lifestyle. Wait, hold on. Oh man, wait, there it is. Okay, whew. Hold on. I'm gonna make an axe while I'm here. While I remember. Do I have I'd have just enough. Okay. Let's make an axe. I made the wrong one. Doggone it. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. And Pete's sake, you know, you can't take me anywhere. That's okay. No big deal. We got this. We got this. Okay. Here we go. Get this. I need another one. Fine. Put this in here. Here, look at this. Okay. Okay, there we go. We got it. Carrying my entire home to the end of the world is true. Although, I mean, somewhat like real life, I mentioned this before, that I spent many years, I don't need this. I spent many years traveling the world. Traveling North America. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else we don't need here? Hold on. We're going to do this. This doesn't have to go down here. We're going to do this. We're just going to get rid of these because I don't need them. So we're going to shove them over here by this tree. Okay. Now let's go before we pick them up again. Okay. I could craft a jukebox. So I have actually. So I got. I've listened to both of them at some point in time. I have listened to both of them on one of my videos. I which videos. So the first video that I listened to would be a live stream where I saw the mansion and I found one of the discs in the mansion and I built one right then and there and listened to it. And the second one, I'm trying to think how I got the second one. I might have gotten the second one from. I don't remember. Maybe I found it in a strange chest or something. I don't remember how I got the second one. I apologize for that. I don't remember. You press shift click, it'll automatically put your hotbar. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. Hey, that's really cool. Thank you. Oops. Hold on. Go back. Wait. Thought everything going horribly wrong. Get on there. Okay. Also, one thing I'm trying to get used to is okay. Most games, not most games, but a lot of games, when you open something with E and you get an overlay, right? Can I go around you? Oh my gosh. Typically, a really typical design pattern is not to press E to close it, but you press escape to close it. Minecraft, you can do that, but you also press E to close it. And that's how people can do stuff so fast. That's like you see like speedrunners and PvPers. That's how they open and close inventory stuff so fast. And I'm trying to get used to that design pattern. I'm trying to get used to that mechanic because it seems really valuable. But I've just got muscle memory of pressing escape, you know? And the problem with that is you end up, gosh, this is such a cool biome. What biome is this? That's the thing I don't like about. I really wish there was some sort of equivalent of F3 for Bedrock because I really would love to know what some of the biomes are called. Very cool though. This is very cool. I really like seeing these. Wait a minute. Hold it. Get ready. Get out of here. I don't need you. Go away. Let's see. Can we go up here? Maybe. Most game inventory is tab or yeah, but like sometimes not just inventory. Sometimes like if you open a chest or something or whatever like that, like inventory I. But sometimes like if you interact with something, you press E. Like let's say, and I'm trying to think of a good game, and I can't think of. So I'll give an example. You got like a walking simulator, right? And you want to open a cupboard. Sometimes keyboard and mouse, you press E to interact with something. And if something opens, you get this little overlay. A lot of times to make the overlay go away, you press escape. And I can't get used to, I'm trying to get used to just pressing E. Watches too much YouTube. How you doing? Were your ears burning? we were chatting about you not too long ago. I'm just trying to get used to pressing E to, I have a question. This. When I just mine this, it's dirt. But I saw somebody else doing something, making like a slime farm or something. And they had something that looked like this, but they called it something different. If I mine this with a silk touch pickaxe, would this give me something different? Silk touch, yeah, silk touch. Okay, that's what it is. Got it. Okay, but it is something different. Good to know. Good to know. I certainly could use that in my standard survival world. Oh, I remember. I was talking about so Danny asked me about games I didn't like, and this is a game that I liked, and so I'm going to talk about this because I was very impressed. It was a game from 3 or 4 high school students from Thailand. It was called R Mountain, and it's a pretty obscure game. Not gonna lie. I don't think I'm the only Let's Play of it on YouTube. I couldn't be. YouTube is too big, but there's not many. Like, if you look it up, it's really difficult to find. Partially difficult to find because it's got such a generic name, but also there's just not that much of it. And I enjoyed it and thought these high school kids did such a great job, and I look forward to the things. But what I didn't like was that they killed your pet. And your pet died because your character, this wasn't the point of it, it just turned out that the way they wrote it, your character was incredibly irresponsible. And your pet ended up dying. You got a new pet at the end, but it's a game called R Mountain, OurMountain, and by some at the time some high school kids. Oh, sheep, I'm sorry, it's not going to go well for you. Yeah, and I like the story. It's an interesting story and everything. It's just your character, the dog, your pet dog ended up dying, And it was completely unnecessary to the plot or anything else. And I think part of that is just they need to learn how to tell stories. Don't kill innocent animals if you don't have to. And everybody knows, you know, no, it's an obscure game. It's a very obscure game. It's I think at the time that I played it, when I played it, this was years ago, I think there was 2 Steam reviews, and both of them, I think that they were given what the names were. Both of them were probably their friends from high school, and they gave a free copy to. Unless it drives the plot. Exactly. No, exactly. That's exactly right. But don't do it just as a regular plot device. It has to be meaningful. Like, it absolutely has to be meaningful. And so that's the only complaint about that, because otherwise it was really good. But again, their first game, they're high school students, they're learning how to tell stories. That's fine, right? I can't wait to see what they play next. They haven't put out a game in a while, but they kind of rebranded and did some other stuff. So I'm glad to see it. I know that I keep up on them every once in a while because I really love like new upcoming game developers. I think it's really cool, and you know, to keep an eye on. And they rebranded a couple of times, and they participated in a couple of game jams in Thailand, and it looks like some of the stuff they did was really cool. So I'm looking forward to more of their work. Like Expedition 33, I'm not sure I'd call that obscure. Whoops. Yeah, we'll jump down here. Why not? I'm trying to think how I found out about that game. It's so much of the time I take in my channel. And this is the longer my channel goes, the more time this takes is just researching games to play, because I have very specific sort of requirements on the games that go on my channel. Sounds like I want to reintroduce the USA's about the games. No, and I don't. I certainly don't want to. but I just think as a story device, don't kill animals. Don't kill innocent animals just to kill them. Like as a plot device. It just, let me think. Let's hit the open ocean again. What do you say? Silksound is out for half a year, and the first DLC comes out in 2026. Wow, for free. That's cool. That's really cool. I'm thinking of playing a game. Maybe I'll do it for a live stream this week. Maybe tomorrow. I'm thinking of playing a game called Lake. And it's a super chill game where essentially you move from the big city. I think Los Angeles. I think you move from the big city to your small hope town that you grew up in, and you'd be a postal deliverer. Hey, there was an outlift down there, and it's just a chill game about delivering letters. I'm thinking of doing it. I didn't play that for the longest time because the developers, who I think they're Dutch, a big part of the music of the game is just like I think it's supposed to take place in the 80s. And there's like sort of 80s music on in the background. It's not real 80s music. And it turns out that like they got the music from Expedition Sound. And if you're going to stream it or you're going to record it, you had to call the developers and ask them, and they would let the license know, and then you could play it and everything. It's just such a huge pain. Am I up for that? I am. I don't have to go back to work watching too much until January 5th. I have 2.5 weeks off. I'm so excited. I'm so very, very excited. And I love the job I do. I feel real lucky to do it. But having 2.5 weeks off is pretty dope. Hey, look, a village. So our rule is we always stop at every village. We always stop at every outpost. Every single sense of kind of gribbler, non-gribbler humanity we see, we stop. So I'm trying to think what other games I played that I found was super interesting. I played so many obscure games. I've been having a hankering to play a really good walking simulator lately. And wait, hold on. Let's move this stuff around because this is. Can I put this in here? No. Okay. Well, great. We'll just do this. You remember I mentioned that I really love the Stanley Parable? Yeah. You're thinking of getting get the deluxe edition. So the deluxe edition is essentially the Stanley Parable 2. Little inside joke there that you will know if you play it. So get the Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition because it is the original edition and the second edition. It's completely worth it. the planet of Lana. Oops. Let's see, what do we got going here? It's a nice little village. So I can drop here and not die? Oh, that's fine. Okay. I'm so excited to have time off. I'm so excited to have time off. I mean, just before I just 4 hours in this most beautiful game you've ever seen. Oh, that's really cool. We get it when you get home? Cool. Cool. I'll take a look at it and see. I think Gab Smulders played Planet Atlanta and really liked it. I'm good. I don't need any of that. Kitty! Hey, look, it's just like Guppy. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, I'm sorry, didn't mean to bug you. I apologize. You just carry on doing your jumpy jump thing. The art style's so unique. Oh, that's so cool. Farmer, what do you got? Got anything? Nothing I want. I want not for food. He's stuck? Wait a minute. Is he? Let's get him out. Be free. And I know I'm using the wrong tool, but I want to get rid of this because it's taking up an extra spot in my inventory and I don't like it. There. Be free. The sequel coming in 2026? Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Yeah, that's very cool. Thank you. I will check it out. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the game. Oh, look, little kitty. I appreciate all the suggestions. But it takes me so much time to, yeah, there's a brewing thing. It takes me so much time to research the games because every single game I play is one less game that, you know, and a lot of the games I play are so obscure that it just takes, you know, it just takes me so long to research them. Hey, look, another thing. See what we got. Lodestone, blah, blah, blah. I don't need any of this. I don't need any of that. I mean, we could finish that and check, or we could keep going. Whoops. Oh my gosh. I almost fell in that lava. That would have been disastrous. Do I have a water bucket with me? I do. I should put this down here. I haven't tried the water bucket clutch in Bedrock, but I understand that it's supposed to be significantly easier. I kind of found 75% off Steam. Yeah, there's so many great deals now. I kind of found a technique I'm using that helps me get the water bucket clutch in Java, even from super high distances. So I think I mentioned this before on the Minecraft in our Discord. By the way, if you're not part of our Discord, join our Discord. I think it's a really fabulous community, and everybody who's here is active on it. And I was talking to, I think it was Danny the other day. I was chatting with Danny the other day and mentioned that this community is, I couldn't have dreamed for a better community. I couldn't have asked for a better community. It's everything and more that I wanted from my YouTube channel and its community. So I want to thank everybody for being so great. I just went by an ocean ruin. I don't know what that is. Too late now, though. No going back. I'm sure I go by a lot of ocean ruins all the time. Hey, dolphin. Hello. See what I mean? No. Okay, so at nighttime, the color temperature is a very distinct purple, and it's cooler. They do a really good job of changing the sort of color temperature of the light, the temperature of the light at different times during the day. It's really cool. They're dangerous? Yeah, probably. Is that the one? Wait, is that the one where they have like the big squiggly gribblers that you have to try to kill, and then you end up getting like a bunch of crap? Like, is that where you get sponges? Am I crazy? I feel like I heard somebody say that's where you get sponges. That's the one you found earlier on. Oh, okay. That's it. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so God, when you mean underwater, you mean like really underwater, not like just in a little puddle like that one was. Oh, it's a different structure. Okay. So the ocean ruins are, I'm assuming they have extraordinarily dangerous gribblers. Like this one, I think was like the one I saw before, right? On land? This one? Oh no, that's huge. Is that what you're talking about? I don't think that's the same thing I saw. Huh. That's really cool. That's really neat. So there's like two right next to each other? How common is that? Or were they all part of the same thing and it's just that big? I was talking to a friend of mine who has a pretty successful YouTube channel. And he was talking about how his views have just fallen off a cliff after the August algorithm update, which is too bad. And it's funny. It's interesting, though, because he said that he makes about... How much did he say he pulls in a year? After taxes, he brings in about $75K a year from YouTube. And he's a photographer and does like photography, how-to, and different things like that. And it also pushes... you know, his selling his photos and things like that. So he does, but he's just said that like the amount of subscribers he's getting, because he's got like, I think he's got 150 plus subscribers, but he says just the amount of subscribers he's getting is just so small. Like it's tiny. It's a fraction of what it used to be. And the amount of views he's getting is a fraction of what it used to be. But for some reason, his income hasn't changed, which is very odd. Those glowy blue blocks look really cool. Hey, look. Oh, I love these views. I absolutely love these views. Like this is so special to me. This is just so special. These views up here where you get this huge vista and you just look around and see from above the entire sort of topography and landscape. Looks like that's maybe Badlands over there. It's so cool. You build mostly medieval? I think that most people build, a lot of people build in a very medieval style, because I think that the voxels lend itself towards that. I don't think you have to. I generally don't, but I think I'm somewhat clever with my builds, but I don't think I'm very good. And there's so much more I need to learn. There's so many types of blocks and things like that. Like I watched, I mentioned like Donut3, who mainly does Call of Duty videos, but on his secondary channel, he does Minecraft. He does amplified Minecraft. Yeah, I don't know what that was. It didn't look like a Nautilus to me. I don't think it was. And it's gone now. So maybe it was? Like, that was weird. Yeah, that was definitely... You saw that too, right? That was weird. Oh, hi, Green Eyes. I don't think I welcomed you. Welcome, Green Eyes. Do you have a Nautilus yet? I have played around with the Nautilus. In fact, I did at the very beginning of this live stream. And then I let it go. I am going to, though, I want to do a Nautilus. I want to do a Nautilus attraction in my petting zoo world. I have some ideas for a Nautilus attraction. I want to see where this light's coming from. Probably lava, but I want to check. I think I'm too new to Minecraft to have a build style? Probably. The thing I do understand is creative expression. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. That's cool. But I think that a lot of people lean towards a very medieval looking style. You'd say 8 mounts is enough? Mountains, grass. So here's what I was kind of thinking. I think I like the idea. What's that? Hey, look, mine shaft. Let's go check it out. Oh my gosh. Okay, well that was uneventful. Oh, and it continues over there. Oh, that's cool. Can I just jump? Yes. So I like the idea of the garage. I like it, particularly the idea of the garage as a starting place for the amusement thing, for the Nautilus exhibit. But I was kind of thinking it'd be really cool to have like canals, like in Venice, and you can ride like the Nautilus through these different canals around the island. I think that would be really cool. So I'm kind of playing around with that idea. I want to do something fun and cool. Let's see. Okay, there's not much. I'm not gonna lie. This is not the greatest mine shaft in the world. So I was kind of thinking about that. I think like maybe having a big like garage type area like you have, but then also being able to sit on them, like the user can sit on them and like take them around to different places. I think that'd be cool. So I'm kind of playing around with the idea of what to do with the Nautilus. Okay. We're going to place a bed down, not now, but fairly soon, because I like to generally keep a good. Where am I going? This? Nope, wrong way. This way? Yes. I like to generally keep a relatively regular spawn point. I was thinking about. I took it the wrong way. No, that last number goes up. Not the size of sea manivores. That's fair. Okay, here we go. Although that didn't seem to a lot of ore either, and this is not a. I don't really do. I really, really, really like this yellow color. I ran across this recently. I really like it. Oh, look at that. Again, just this marvelous vista. I love how they transition. I mean, transition in quotes because it's kind of a hard line, but I think it's cool how it moves from one biome to another. And that there's so many thoughtful rules about it. You never see a snow biome going up against the desert, like ever. That's cool. I really like that. Look at that. It's also interesting, and I brought this up several times on. It's curious to me and interesting to me. Hey, look, another thing. Let's go there. Anytime we see like any structure, we go to it. It's really interesting to me how they made a conscious decision to allow occasional floating blocks. I think that's interesting. I think that's really, really interesting because that's unusual, right? It's just an unusual decision. And I feel like it probably started off as a bug and they kept it because they thought for some reason. And I think things like that are just really fascinating to me. Yeah, we always check these out every time we see one. I think, do these indicate that there's a village nearby? I never know. It always kind of upsets me a little bit, not gonna lie, that, hold on, get out of here. Nope, wrong one. That one I want to keep. This one I want to get rid of. Okay. Do I have? Oh, okay. Okay, is there any more? Whoa. Is there any more? Do I still have my... I do, okay. Is there anything trapped in here? It doesn't look like it, but I like to check. There's not. Okay, good. Okay, let's check it out. Is Tetra's bug to have floating blocks? Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is that I think my idea is it had to start out of a bug, but they kept it in, and my view is having, let's see, I don't care about these. I don't care about that. I don't need the horn. I don't need any of that. My view is that it would be relatively trivial to not have that in there. And I think it started out as a bug, and they purposely keep it in there. And I think that is a really, really interesting decision. Hi, how are you? Oh, you look great. Oh, so cool. Like, I'm 100% positive it started out as a bug. But the fact it's been there, and it's been in there for years and years and years, I think is really fascinating. Like, I've mentioned this before, having developed games in the past. I think the weird, janky water physics, I think they just had to get a release out. It was just a really quick hack, and then everyone got used to it, and they had to keep it in. That's 100% my thoughts on this. Which I think is great. I think that's so funny. Oh man, I love these gigantic trees. So cool. So cool. Hey, balance. Okay. So this should be, theoretically, where a jungle temple could be. But again, very rare. Probably won't see it. But if I keep traveling, someday I will. So, I mentioned before, yeah, that how large this file is getting. The world will try to generate on top of itself in certain spots. There's some cool video about the world where it's caused the village houses to spawn high at height at 3. Wow, that's so funny! Holy crap, that's hysterical. I think that's really interesting. There was an interesting. I was watching a thing about how you can manipulate mobs to take particular paths for no apparent reason. Certainly not for the contest that's coming up at some point in the future. But it was interesting that they do have a tendency in specific circumstances to move towards the highest thing available to them of whatever their goal is, which is interesting. Hello. Oh, kitty. A little baby kitty too. Neat. I've heard of Ultra Kill. You know, I have heard of Ultra Kill, and I don't remember why. I definitely have heard of it. I'm trying to. I don't remember what it is though, but I have definitely heard of it. File size usually start having problems when you go over 3 gigs. Oh, okay. I still have somewhere to go. Okay, because the thing about the file size is I have the seed, and my thought is that if I get to the point where it's corrupted, I can just make a seed in a new world and transport to my last coordinates and be fine. That's my thought on this, because I want this. I'm not going to spend, like, what's his face, 14 years traveling across the overworld to get to the far lands, right? That's not going to happen. But I do want to keep going till because I'm enjoying this immensely. Just hanging out in Minecraft and just exploring it, you know? There a way to save your world when you factory reset? Yes, I think there is. So you can, for me anyway, I'm on PC. You can export your world, and you can export it one of 2 ways. You can export it with all the player stuff, or you can export it just as a raw seed, and then you can import that world to another like factory reset thing, and it should import your entire world. I don't think you can do that there's going to be some issues doing that from, say, Java to Bedrock or Bedrock to Java, but within Bedrock or within Java, yeah, you totally can do that. At least on PC. I assume you can probably do that on like Xbox or like PlayStation, I think. I assume, since it's the same functionality, same code base, I would assume that's the case, but I actually don't know. If anybody knows in the chat, let me know. Let's see. That's boat time. It's boat time. I have not tried Hypixel. We actually have a server that all our community have gone to. It's a SMP server. Everybody's built some really cool stuff. Watch Us With YouTube has built a really, really cool kind of cherrywood themed world, and Swag has built a bunch of incredibly cool stuff too. Everybody does some really cool builds. So if you're interested, like I'm not, again, I always say I don't pester people for engagement. Nobody needs me pestering from, smash that like button. Just do what you want, live your life. But if you want to check it, if you want to hang out, come by. That I believe that the Discord invite is pinned in this chat. If you feel like it, stop by. And let us know. It's whitelisted, so I could add your name to the whitelist if you're interested. If you're not, absolutely no worries. It won't come up again. It's saying you can't update your Minecraft launcher? Curious. There's people here who are significantly more. When it comes to Minecraft, I'm an idiot. So. You did the most important stuff, and it's hiding two slings and parties. Let's see here. All right, stupid tree. Can I just get down here? Okay. Like nobody finds him. I'm trying to think what I was watching. It might have been Lifesteal Live, the event they did for a charity. It was a couple weeks ago, and there's this hack where you dig a hole down vertically, and then you dig another hole horizontally, and you do the thing that like you see a lot of like speedrunners do, where you do like a boat and you get in the boat and you shove the boat into the hole and then you get rid of the boat and you're able to crawl around in the hole. But there's a certain way to do that. Ooh, lava, look at that. There's a certain way to do that where it kind of clips through and you can see the entire world like X-ray. It was actually pretty cool. I like things like that. It's not that hidden. It's very reasonable to find. Oh, cherry biome. Look at that. Oh, heck yeah. So my favorite biome is the desert. I've made in real life and in Minecraft. I've absolutely made no secret of that. I love the desert. I could live in a trailer in a desert and be so phenomenally happy. And I love it in Minecraft as well, but I really like the cherry biome. I think that the cherry wood is some of my favorite wood. I would love to, in my regular world, do a building where I use cherry wood and like the pale oak from the pale garden. I think that'd be really cool. Let's go ahead and let's do some things here. We're going to make a bed and set a spawn point. Do I have... I do not. What is this? Oh, okay. Put this away. Okay. One here, an extra just in case. Okay. And I know I'm using the wrong tool. I need the extra space, so I'm just trying to... Okay, let's go ahead and set a spawn point. There. You sent Dying Light and Ultra Kill on your server? Neat, thank you. Okay, I don't... Go away. Go away. Okay. Leave that there. Where am I going? Wrong way. Right way. A new person to serve once every couple of months. We're a small but mighty community. It's interesting to me how many Twitch people Twitch streamers that you have to be a subscriber to use their Discord. I think that's really interesting. I also think I just learned today. I've been watching Twitch streams and I was wondering about something. So I watch YouTube more than I do Twitch by a long shot. But some of the people I watch stream, I'm always curious, like they will stream clearly copyrighted music during their stream, but in their VODs, it doesn't exist. And that's because Twitch allows you to send a separate audio file as you're streaming so that you won't get DCMA, DMCA takedowns. Which is, I don't know, I have two feelings about that, because obviously it's still copyright infringement, right? But the reason they do that is because they don't care about copyright. Like they don't care about anything except the live stream. The F3 in Java is a curse and good at the same time. How so? Oh, there's too much to find what you want, but it still gives the info to help you. I think it's I kind of think it's a hot mess. And I was looking into it, and I think, I could be wrong, but I think there's ways to control what you see, but the default out of the box, hold it. Okay. The default out of the box is just absolutely unusable. No. Wait, what's that? It's absolutely unusable. It's just absolute garbage. Where are we going? I guess we're going this way. Okay. And it's interesting to me because having played Minecraft 1.0, and Swag, I need to ask you about this because I have some questions about that. I guess I can ask you now. I've heard somebody on Reddit, there was a couple-year-old thing on Reddit, somebody said the exact same issue they have, and somebody else said you just need to change the directory that your file is in. Like in Java, if you go and look, you can change the directory. It's Christmas in both IRL and your modded Stardew. Nice. Sure, why not? But if I change that from what it currently is, right? So I like where my current 1.0 world exists, and I just change the folder. I have a feeling that's going to screw it up. So if anybody knows, let me know, because... Oh, that was interesting. Look at that. Yeah, every once in a while you get a spot where you can just see through, like you can see X-ray through everything. It's really interesting. You know, the Java guy just knows Bedrock. Yeah, I didn't know that. By the way, I didn't know that. I need to find out about this. If anybody knows, let me know. Maybe I'll ask Dimium or Kaz. They seem like that's the kind of thing they would know. What's that? Can you imagine how cold it would be if you're doing this like in real life? Oh. Up. Oh, it's not. I thought this was some special structure. It's not. It's just a thing. Let's just get in a boat and go. Shall we? Okay. Okay. There we go. Kaz's most technical knowledge of the game? Yeah, I think so too. Although Dimian's pretty knowledgeable as well, I would say. Did you see the Minecraft movie? Okay, so... Somebody asked me that the other day, and I said I hadn't. I just don't go to movies. Like, I don't know anything about pop culture or anything like that. I don't do any of that. I'm so pathetic. It's really embarrassing, but I just don't. Somebody asked me the last movie I actually went to. I don't remember. I'm not just because I have a bad memory, just I don't remember. Like, it's been so long, I couldn't even tell you when the last movie I went to. I don't watch TV. I couldn't tell you the last TV show I watched. really pathetic. It genuinely is. My first movie was one of the only times we went to the theater. Oh, I know. It looked so much fun. It looked like so much fun. It genuinely did. But I just don't go. I don't know why. I just don't. Okay, let me get out of the water here. Oh, jeez, come on. Okay. You also barely watch TV? Yeah, I don't even own a TV. Like, I was appalled to learn. It's been so long since I can't remember the last time I owned a TV. I couldn't even tell you. I'll tell you what. It's been so long that the idea of having advertising in your menus for a TV is appalling to me. Like, that's disgusting. I didn't want to see Avatar: The Last Airbender. No, it's true. It's true. Well, I think it was Dibian who was appalled by this. I mentioned before, I bought a limited edition Star Wars themed computer and didn't know that's what it was for 2 years. And in fact, here's something really funny. At the time, I was doing a fair amount of work in Photoshop, like professionally, and there must have been some keyboard shortcut that would cause some like little robot dude to like just suddenly appear on my screen and kind of beep boop at me and then go away. And I was like, what the heck is that? Stupid Microsoft. Like, it's so pathetic. And someone's like, oh, that's insert some robot name. Finally, you know. I was like, oh, okay, that means nothing to me. Like, shame on me. Look, if that's there's so much that I have not consumed that's part of popular culture. That last Airbender is going to have to get in line. But in fairness, to me, ever since I was 4, all I wanted to do was be a musician. Like, that's all I wanted to do. When my parents would go out to movies when I was a little tiny kid, we were pretty poor, so going out to movies was a big deal. I would just beg my parents to let me stay home and practice piano. Just beg them. That's all I ever wanted to do. And then I'm a formally trained musician. I might have mentioned this before, a time or two. Formally trained musician. I used to be a professional. And what stopped me being a professional was the business side of it, because it is sleazy and sucks and is made to take advantage of the musicians, and I hate it. not to mince too many words. But I also wouldn't trade I would trade that part of my life for any money in the world. You could not use mods on Java. Could not find the reason why. You watch tons of videos. And the problem, you had to lower your graphics card driver? Oh, weird. That's so weird. You can never work out what the other kids did with their time. Yeah, right. I know, right? All I wanted to do was practice. That's the only thing I wanted to do was practice. That's all I cared about from a very young age. But yeah, people don't realize how much practice and time it takes to be a devoted musician. People just don't realize it. Like, I've had so many people when I was a professional say, you know, oh, you're so talented. I wish I was that talented. I'm like, it's years and years of practice. You know, it's like literally practicing like every single day since I was 5. Oh, you're 40, 60 now? Nice. Very nice. Okay, here we go. Yeah, see, and look at this. I just love this train. I love to. Oh, hello. What are you doing there, little baby piggo? Hello. Hi. How are you? Good to see you. You're looking great. Great. That's a huge upgrade. That's a massive upgrade. You're going to see such a difference. Talent is nothing. Yeah. So here's the thing, like that I know, and because if you're a professional musician, you're not gonna make much money. Like you're just not. Oh, hey, look, a village. Cool, let's go. You're just not. That's the reality. If you're looking to make a lot of money, you probably should do something else. But the thing is, you never felt like the comment tells. It's the problem is that most professional musicians have to work an awful lot. It's practice. It's all technique. Nobody is great out of the gate without just an enormous amount of practice. Hey, I'll take this because I steal things. I will sleep. Why not? This guy wakes up and there's some stranger sleeping in his other bed. It's like saying, "Wow, you're not French." it's just, and people. I mean, I think people just don't understand. Like, it's so funny. I know, like I always bring this up to specifically. There's a guy I went to high school with, who was really good guitarist in high school. It's really good, but what makes a good 15, 16-year-old guitarist does not make a good 25-year-old guitarist. Right? It just doesn't. and he ended up not being very good as an adult. And when I was teaching private lessons, when I was a professional musician, one of the things I did to help me pay my rent was teach private lessons. And the thing you learn is that the people that end up being the best are the ones that don't have the most natural talent. The ones that have the most natural talent don't practice very much because they don't need to, and they end up being not very good. And I just thought that was a really interesting thing. It's a really fascinating thing. And that seems to be generally universal. They can get by without practicing, so they don't. And they end up not having very good technique. Fine. You know what? Hold on. I've got a space for it, so I might as well take it. Okay. Hours here and there to travel. Yep. Oh yeah, totally. Years to practice. Yep. It's 100%. And again, it's like, I remember one of the things that made me quit was I had this gig at a really nice restaurant. It was great. It was a casual gig, and I just played. I would just play like nice, soft jazz in the background of this really nice restaurant. And they, it's the kind of place that would charge, $600 for a prefix, like fancy meal, that every course is served on a spoon or something, right? Like it was nice. And I would get generally like a halfway decent free meal out of it. And I remember that at one point I realized, because I would go into the bank to cash the check. And the teller was like, "Why do you always come here to cash the check? Why don't you just deposit it?" It was a new teller. And without even thinking, I said, "Oh, because half the time it'll bounce." And I just realized that's true. And there's no way that a restaurant like that is bouncing checks to Cisco, the food service company, right? They're not. They have a separate account and they're screwing over the musicians because they can. But then you also look at things like Spotify. I don't listen to Spotify, and it's a pain. But the reason I don't is because the musicians weren't involved in how much a cut they get when their song is played. The record labels were, and Spotify was, and as a result, they're getting completely screwed. Like it's really terrible. I know some of the professors that I had in college, they had a couple of marginal hit songs, and they didn't have to do a ton of live gigs or anything because they could just be composers, and they could just write songs and sell them people and do arrangements and make a living that way. That sort of thing is gone. It's impossible to make a living that way now. It really is bad. But I don't want to talk about this. Let's talk about the good part of music, because the thing I learned about music was it really taught me to be creative, and it taught me to sort of see, I don't get out of here. It taught me to really hone in on the creative part of me and what that meant. And that's a huge part of my life still. We'll go up here. These types of trees always crack me up. I don't know what they're called. I'm sure there's a specific variant of like an oak, but the ones that do that, that's so funny. Just this big, huge, long tree, and there's just this tiny little thing at the top. That's so funny. Yeah, but when I realized that's why I always cast a check in deposit because it would bounce half the time. This is no way for somebody to make a living. Like I'm done, you know. Okay. Here we go. And I'm enjoying watching a bunch of Minecraft content. I enjoy it quite a bit because I never watched it before because I'm not interested in it. I watched a couple of things here and there. I'd watched a Dan TDM video that was kicking off or something, but I didn't really watch that much. And now I love catching up on these super old school and even new school Minecrafters. There's so many really talented people. I think I mentioned early in the stream. I've been watching speedrunners because I think there's techniques that I could adopt to myself. And one of the techniques I find very interesting is I think Feinberg did this, where he need to go. Oh, thanks for stopping by, John. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Feinberg, one of the things he does is when he sees like an Enderman, he digs a hole in the ground and gets in it, and then he places a block immediately over his head. And then you can just kill 3, 4, 5 Endermen. I understand how that works. I would have never thought to do it that way, though. I think that's really clever. I really like that. I like things like that. I want to try to start doing some. I want to try to start doing some learning how to do some speed runs. I'm not going to do it hardcore because my brain is not a speed run brain, you know. Like that's not how I approach life. But I would like to play around with it because again, it's something in Minecraft that I really I want to get into and just understand. Same with PvP. I need to do more PvP, and I generally really suck at it, but I want to do it more. And I've been practicing things like the bucket clutch and things like that. Okay, Danny says I can jump and it's okay. Oh yeah, it's fine. Actually, I'm much less worried about falling. So I have a question with the Minecraft experts here. In my standard survival world, my character has a feather falling on his boots. Does that mean I will never die no matter how high I fall from? I actually don't know. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that super dark cave. Spoopy. It just decreased how high it is. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Can we get down here? I think so. Okay. I saw that the movie Markiplier I've been working on for so many years. Oh my gosh. It's been released in theaters January 30th. That's really cool. That's very good for him. Must be very exciting. That's very difficult to do. So it's a movie adaptation of the game Iron Lung, which I think is really cool. I think I read that he said that Warner Brothers is distributing it. So that's a big distribution deal. That's good for him. Okay. Whoa, that is a long way down. I don't want to jump on that cow. I'd feel terrible if I did hurt that cow. Oops. Let's see here. Okay. Is that another village? I think it is. Nice. I feel like villages are more common in Bedrock than they are in Java, but I don't have any empirical information to back that up. Let's see. Gonna pull in here. Okay. Neat. Village. Let's see if there's anything cool. I'll swim across. Okay. Ooh. Sure, I'll take that one out. I've got more than enough gold. Wait, what was the enchanting book? Oh, that's mine. Never mind. Oh, look at that fancy double doorway. Holy crap. Okay. Yeah, there's only a couple of villagers here. That's interesting. Ooh. There we go. Sure. Okay. Is it nighttime? Stay in the fancy house? Oh yeah, heck yeah. Stay in the fancy house. Get ready to explore the world, but I think that will have to wait for the next live stream. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me on this delightful, what is today, Thursday? In my part of the world, it's Thursday. Friday in other parts of the world. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it very much. I'm doing more live streaming over the next 2.5 weeks, but also releasing daily videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time for another live stream. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I appreciate it. See you next time.